Yeet. Waiting on Kenny real quick. Hopefully he pulls up. There you go. Add him to the mix. Get him on the
Shit, that's
stage.
crazy. Hopefully he shows up. Is crazy.
Hey, I'm saying, son. I thought it was gonna be what you call it, era. I said,
Yeah,
hopefully, though. Have faith.
I don't know why it took so long to go through, but yeah, I got it. I'm here. Damn, I need to get a better angle here. Let me see. I got this.
Unlimited, yo. Let me tell you something, Kenzo. Can you see the chat or no?
Can I see the chat?
Yeah.
Uh, all I see is one person said I'm here at
All
10:50. I
right.
probably could only see the chat from when I got in here.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So my man's right here. Unlimited. He's been to every live, maybe except for one. Every live.
Well, well, he being me in attendance, so I got to catch up somehow.
Unlimited. What's up, bro? I'm just trying to get pull everything up, pause, so we can make it happen. Everybody's here. I appreciate y'all. We got that goal again, like we've been doing every week. You know what I'm saying? Leanne's been representing with those donations. You know what I'm saying? I forgot who it was last. I think Arby it might have been that did a little donation last time too. Appreciate y'all. Super chats. Y'all get
Damn,
y'all
you're
get the love.
so
Y'all get the
hard.
love first. No disrespect, but that's just how it go. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Grab the
Discord is
merch.
in the description. Get the merch. This new shit right here, HBK. You know what I mean? HBK. You know what I mean? I'll probably do another one. See whatever Kenzo's favorite goat is. You know what I mean? Throw it on a hoodie. You know what I mean? Send it to my man's. But yeah, so we get the merch, we get Discord, all that good stuff. We've seen the thumbnail. We're about to go ahead and do some recaps. You call all of it or no?
No, but
What
I
else?
know everything that happened. I read the recaps for anything I didn't see.
Get out of here. All right. Y'all, I see some of y'all here already. Make sure you hit that like because I said it's got a math. If I got 5 people here, I need 5 likes. Other than that, appreciate y'all. Drop a comment. Let's go.
I,
Um,
I saw everything. Can I say where I stopped, or you want to get to a little bit more before I say that?
now you can tell me where you stop.
The tag team match. I saw
The
everything up
trio.
until
What's that team
what?
match?
The contenders match.
Which one was that?
The Outrunners.
Oh, okay, okay. Dang, that was okay. That was a lot. Let me tell you something that happened for y'all. Y'all gonna think this is mad funny. So I don't know what y'all partake into, but sometimes people be on the Zaza. You know what I mean, bro?
Me right now.
I was watching the wrong episode for like 20 minutes.
When today?
Yeah. And I was
Bro,
like, bro, what is Max Caster doing with Buddy? Like, I thought they broke up. And I was like, there's no way. And then I found out. But but
Buddy
that's
played the
not
last
that's
episode.
Max's that's HBO Max's fault. Because they do a shitty job of letting viewers know what time it's on and
See,
how's it
Unlimited
go.
know what I'm talking about. He had the Outrunners ready. See, you tripping. You got to peep game.
But I told you he always be there. So it is what it is. All right. So we start off with Cope and all them. They're looking at an ambulance. They're telling Death Riders, we just want to see where y'all about to go tonight. Fast forward, we get to where we go from there. We get to MJF. Oh yeah, MJF. He's laying there. Ain't no way. Yeah, it was crazy. Unlimited. It was crazy. But it's Zaza Vegas. It's crazy. Anywho, so MJF, he's on the table, pause, and he's getting his tattoo removed. I don't know if it's a work shoot. I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's for real or not. But if it is for real,
Well,
then
if the tattoo is real, then this is real. If the tattoo wasn't, then this isn't. That's how I say it.
well, I
No,
was gonna say if the tattoo is real and he really did get it removed, that could mean he might be gone. But we can speculate that later. But he's getting his tattoos removed. It could just be story because MJF is really good at doing all this and making y'all believe. Maybe even making me believe. But he's just popping is talking about the AEW don't matter. So he's reviewing his shit, and then he's putting MJF or whatever. Um, then we get to the ring. Hangman Adam Page. He fighting Aaron. You already know what that's going to be. Mad quick. He's waiting in the ring for MJF to get there. They start shooting the shit back and forth. I'm doing this really fast. You know how we go, and then we could talk about this match afterwards. And then after that, MJF shows that he pretty much beat up Christopher Daniels backstage. He bloodied him up.
Yeah.
I saw a comment on Twitter. They said they were trying to bury AEW. They said, "Oh, they're doing the same dumb thing. That's why he got caught trying to get a little red." But they called him Mox. So if you're gonna insult AEW, at least get the right name. It's Christopher Daniels, not Mox. Do ish right. Talk ish right. But so we'll stop right there real quick. What did you think about that part?
I was cool. Wait, did you say? Wait, what did you say that comment was? Like people have a problem with like the blood on AEW. Is that what you're saying?
Well, what they said was, first off, yeah, Max, don't promote AEW like you should. Netflix does like Raw. Yeah, I don't know why he got that tat to begin with. If it's true, I don't know. No, I guess they were trying to talk ish. Basically, is it past 5 minutes so I can curse? I don't care. Anyway, so they were trying to talk shit, saying that the camera zoomed in too quick to Christopher Daniels, so you see him kind of going like this. So whether he was blading or just trying to smear the blood, they said, "Oh, look at Mox trying to add more blood to it, and he got effed up." But it's not Mox. It was Christopher Daniels.
Well, I
so
mean,
get it right.
that's whatever. People again, we talk about the internet and their complaints. I should have worn the toxic shirt instead of this one. But it was not cool. It was a decent opening. I've complained about the wrestling trope opening with both Raw and AEW for a while now. But this was this is a little bit different, but it's still kind of promo, whatever. Match was basically not a squash, a little bit better than a squash, like glorified squash. Decent. Aaron Solo had no chance. We knew Cowboy was gonna win. Especially there was chance of Cowboy shit when MJF was out there, so you already know what was popping. And then MJF, Hangman calls out MJF because what else is gonna happen? I like the segment. Had a lot of energy in the arena for sure. And no complaints. I thought I had a complaint, but no, never mind.
Leanne, $4.99. Appreciate you like always. Like always. She dropping them things in there all the time. Max don't even bleed as often anymore like he used to. Or Mox, yeah, he doesn't. So I don't know why. He
fully balding now, like myself. So the balding, the blading it's not the same. Like it's quite apparent if you do it. Even again, I don't understand the complaint with the blood.
They just want to hate. They want to dick eat. It's cool. So we cut to the crowd. Don Callis, Kyle Fletcher up in there. They're getting booed, getting the heat. And obviously this is supposed to be for the Will Ospreay, Brian Keith match.
Right.
Fast forward, you already know everything happened. It was cool. Will Ospreay won. Again, I've said this every week consistently. Every match that Will Ospreay does is dope. I don't really care per se for Brian Keith. No disrespect. It's all character, no personal. I don't really care per se, but it was a good match. And Will did his thing, obviously, and Will's going to win. Anything about that?
Yeah, no shit to Brian Keith. We weren't here for you, to be honest. I'm sorry. But Will Ospreay, and again, not like you didn't do your dollar. Again, I'm gonna give you doing something I could obviously never do. But Will Ospreay did do his dollar. It was a good match. Nothing to write home about exactly, but decent match for TV. Filling up time. This felt like more like a Raw match than an AEW match. Personally, we got to remember we have 2 hours, not 3 hours. We don't have to. Again, the story had to progress, but maybe not. Brian Keith, I don't know personally.
Yeah. From there, we got to look at the feud between Mariah May, Toni Storm at Grand Slam Australia, and then they saw what Mariah did. I ain't gonna lie. I said last week when you weren't here that, or it might have been the week before, that I didn't know where we were gonna go with this, like who Toni was gonna fight again. And then obviously we saw Mariah May like whoop Toni's ass, and then now we know the video pack is crazy. I still think Mariah's a little green, but she's doing what she's doing great. She looks good. She can go. It ain't crazy, but she can go. But the feud, the promo, the way to carry it, I think is dope.
Yeah, I liked it. The feud's building. Again, I can't say that we've never complained about the build because we've had a couple of complaints here or there. But at the end of the day, the in-ring got a match, which like you said, she kind of green. So hopefully we could. There's some improvements. I always assume, just like with the sports, I always assume that they out there, trying to improve. So I'm assuming they're in the background working. And we're gonna get a good match out of it. But they building. We keep saying they got to give the women matches attention, and they're doing that. So can't complain, right?
Yeah, you dropped another $4.99. I appreciate y'all. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make sure we hit the goal that we set, which I'm pretty sure you're gonna do. Appreciate that. But I'm gonna need you to ask Lisa a question.
Right.
That's a question. You know what I mean?
Add
Because
something.
you do it every week. I appreciate you, but ask a question. All right. So then we get another video package. Momo backstage hyping this up. After that, we see Mercedes Moné popping shit. This will probably be up your alley. You can talk more about this because I don't really know about her in Ring of Honor. But Billy Starks was there, and basically Mercedes was popping shit through. Well, was it coffee? It was something. She threw it in her face. And then Billy was like, "Oh, I suggest you watch your back, even though you know who I am." Momo was behind, and then Mercedes dips out real quick. How we feel about that? I am interested to see the Momo. Again, this is supposed to be up your alley. Fans in the comments, supporters. Yeah, I mean, disrespect. You can call you fans, it's supporters. Supporters in the comments. I need y'all to get at Kenny because he's a New Japan guy. So we haven't had that content. That's because of him. But this is up your alley because Momo, I don't really know of her. So you should know of her. But from what I've seen in passing clips, she looks like she worked stiff. So I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it's going to be a stiff match
Yeah.
between her and Mercedes, which I'm pretty excited about. But what'd you think about that segment?
Again, I've said this again. It's funny because it's kind of a little bit in all aspects. I'm going back to a little bit of the old school a little too much, but one of the things I've said about AEW over WWE is we don't do the talk show stuff. Thank goodness. We do the backstage, classic backstage confrontations. And I like that. As far as backstage confrontation goes, this is a pretty good one. It wasn't like crazy, but it was a good one. As far as Momo goes, Momo is a dog. Momo, you're right. She do work stiff. I don't know how many of those clips you saw, but that's basically her whole thing. She do have some, she's been on the ropes a little bit, but that's not really her thing. But yeah, she's I for the most part, I only seen her work as a heel leading towards an anti-hero kind of thing, never in the babyface here. And I think this would be kind of babyface because I'm not really sure Mercedes Moné is really popping it as a babyface. So I'm not sure how it's gonna go. But as far as in the ring, yeah, I definitely, I'm looking forward to it. If you guys do want to see more New Japan content or you're interested about that, I could do a little download it for y'all here and there because it's always popping over there. And I work overnight, so I'm up at the time when that's popping. So I have no problem watching some of that stuff. If you guys gotta drop some comments, I gotta know because I'm not gonna be dropping comments and y'all not watching the videos. So
Or Unlimited said I think they're teasing Athena since Billy Starks is there. That'd be cool because she's been a champ forever, and I don't need
didn't
any.
think about that, but I'm not the Ring of Honor. We keep talking about this. We have to do a video. Me and you gotta have a discussion. I feel it's almost to the point where Ring of Honor might be even dragging down AEW in my opinion. But we don't have to talk about that right now.
Yeah, we could do a video of what they should do a Ring of Honor. That'd be a good video. All right, from there we got the new favorite tag teams, the Outrunners versus the Murder Machines, which is your boy Brian Cage and my boy Archer, which I seen in the airport one time. He's a cool dude. I'm gonna bring it up every time. They pretty much dominated the whole match. The Outrunners did the thing a little bit, but it's pretty much like the Murder Machines just killing it. And then we get the interference from whatchamacallit, the Hurt Syndicate, and then obviously the Outrunners won, roll up, boom, boom. And then I don't know where we go from there. I don't know if they're going to interfere in the next matchup or in a Revolution or whatever, but that's where we're at there. How do you feel about the Outrunners winning?
I like the Outrunners, what you noted. You called them my boys. I'm not sure if you're being sarcastic or not, but kind of like them. Murder Machine, we've had our complaints about Brian Cage and his trajectory.
I think
but
pause. I think he looks better because remember, my gripe was just I didn't like the haircut and like the Wolverine.
He looked.
Now he looks crazy. Now
He looks like better. Him with Archer is kind of crazy because the Murder Machines is an app name. The two, hoss dudes killing shit. I do like that. I don't think either team really needed the win or loss here. I don't think it mattered too much. I don't mind the Outrunners winning here. If you had asked me who was winning this beforehand, I wouldn't have said the Outrunners. But again, don't mind. My problem here, actually, I do have a problem here, but it's not the winner. It's the Hurt Syndicate. What are they? Because they didn't need to interfere here, in my opinion. Or do you think I'm wrong when I say that? Because I just don't.
Maybe it's a way to get a. Well, I mean, I think they definitely came out like to. I'm gonna pause this, but to put their dick on the table and basically let them know like we running it. But I think it could possibly be maybe for a triple threat. Because have we ever had a triple threat like that? You know what I mean? I don't know. So it
Not like
might be
interesting.
or
Not the
or
worst idea. I just don't think. I feel like every time we see them, they're interrupting something. They haven't had like their own thing. Where like I feel like the plan wasn't clear. I feel like when we booked them, the booking was better. I mean, obviously the booking was better,
yeah, the book was
but
what I was thinking.
so it's like you got these dudes. They came over, and what are we doing? Exactly. That's just how I feel. Like we got it. Like it's not that they couldn't be in this spot, but if they're gonna be in this spot, like let's make it more coherent because they interrupted. But I mean, the Outrunners won. The beef can really go either way.
I think they're just trying to show that they're dominant. They're going to do whatever they want to do whenever they want to do it. And the two things are going to happen. One, it's to make a triple threat, like I said, or two, it's so that during the match, Murder Machines, is that right? Murder Machines?
Yeah, that's right.
They're going to interfere against the Outrunners to make them lose. Basically, to be like, yo, y'all wouldn't have won without this interference. So we're going to fuck your shit up. And that way we can get the win again from the Hearst, and again, they can keep on going. Unlimited. Ring of Honor needs to hurry up with the TV, or they need to sell it. Yeah, we'll talk about that another day.
I don't know if they get back on TV anytime soon, but yeah, again, we talk about that later. That's definitely coming to the channel soon.
But like, I don't even like I said, I don't even remember when they do shit until it's pay-per-view time. Like, I don't even. Sometimes I forget there's a Ring of Honor.
For real.
Next we get significance of Prince Nana, and I don't know if significance is a word, but we find out why the robe is so important to Prince Nana, and then we get the whole Ricochet, Swerve, Strickland package, all that good stuff. Swerve comes in the ring.
Actually, I saw they had a Cope Mox video package too. This is actually where I stopped watching like that video package. So they had that video package, and then the Swerve, Strickland, and Ricochet setup.
Yeah, the Mox thing, like, don't expect it's whatever. We already know what's happening. But yeah, so we get that package with Swerve Strickland. Swerve comes to the ring. He starts talking whatever he's talking. Ricochet interrupts him. Yeah, the challenge is set. It's going to be Revolution. And then before Swerve leaves, Nana basically tells them, either you do what you're supposed to do or I'm out. I've seen some rumors online. I'm not going to pretend like it's my rumor and my booking, so I'm letting know I saw it online. They said, what if, because the robe is supposed to basically supposed to be of like the next up, like someone that's that dude. So someone said, what if Prince Nana joins Ricochet?
I hadn't thought of it, but I could see it. A lot of ways you could go with that. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, we've talked about Ricochet's faults. Prince Nana got a lot of charisma to cover those faults. I wouldn't mind it. It'd be nice. I'm not sure they're gonna go that way because it's a good idea, and when do they ever go with the good ideas we think of? But I mean, again, you said this wasn't your rumor, you saw it, but still, like,
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah, it could be a good idea. It needs the right execution.
Because I think Swerve does need to go on his own at some point.
Oh, for sure.
I wouldn't be mad. So after that, cut to the parking lot. Paige is talking about MJF, and he basically tells, when I find you, it's over for you, bro. That's it. Then after that we don't really talk about it. You already know. They're just hyping it up. He's gonna pretty much. I mean, I think that's gonna be a good feud. I guess we could talk about the feud, but not at this moment. We can say that for the end. But then we go to Undisputed Kingdom versus FTR and Daniel Garcia. Pretty good match. I guess it sets up Garcia and Adam Cole because Undisputed Kingdom won, but it was a good match, like I said.
That's gonna be at a Collision, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Collision. Yeah. What do you think about that match? That trios.
Well, I like FTR, and I like Daniel Garcia. It's a little bit of a different element because FTR is like the tag team, and trios is a little different, but I do like it. Undisputed Kingdom, I feel like there might be a decent like belt run in their future, and I don't know why I feel like that, but I feel like it's possible if you do it right because the in the ring is there.
Yeah.
storytelling obviously has to follow, but when you in there and you doing what they did in the ring with FTR, no disrespect to Daniel Garcia, but mostly with FTR, because Daniel Garcia but he goes like him.
Yeah,
But as far as trios or tag team wrestling, like I've said on the channel many times, FTR is like they're like the Road Warriors of old. Like they're tag team wrestling. So that match for sure was good. So, but you said you think it sets no, not you think it definitely sets up Adam Cole versus Garcia at Collision. I think that's gonna be a good match as well. So
yeah.
overall, my problem with this program, like lately, is not the wrestling. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. It's not the wrestling. It's the booking.
Yeah.
So this was a bad booking though. So I will say that.
No, this was good. Unlimited. 3 questions. Would be 3 statements. Would be crazy if he does. I didn't see it at this point, but Ricochet does need a manager, which would be cool because they hate on us talking. They say he can't really talk or do promos. So then maybe Prince Nana could go ahead and do all that.
That could work, and I've seen it, but I don't like it. I've seen him joining the Hurt Syndicate, so I mean, I've seen that, not rumor, but like opinion, I guess.
Ricochet.
Some people haven't, as a way to give him a manager.
I mean, I would like that too, but he's got to go. He's got to go more heel.
He's not as tough as He's not. He
but
could go heel.
But he could get. He could get there.
Yeah,
he could get there. Then they said they need to change their name ASAP. He's talking about Undisputed Kingdom. I agree, unless they get the whole stable together.
I'm not. Yeah, sure, I agree.
I think they just don't want to be undisputed, which obviously we know why. But yeah, they need to do something about that. All right, so then we get Cope, him and Claudio fighting backstage. They make it to the ring. Pretty much everybody except Moxley's going at it. Finally, I think Claudio's about to get the best of Cope. Jay White's music hits. Then Cope gets the upper hand. Gives her concierto to, if I say it wrong, I'm pretty sure, but which is crazy because I'm Spanish. But he gives it to Claudio, and then right before he's about to give it to Marina, the crowd is like, "Oh no, don't do it!" And then Willow comes out. You know him. You know her and Willow been having beef for a long time. Willow goes out. She gives it a concierto. It's crazy. You can see Cope look at her like, "You feel good, don't you now?" And she's like, "Yeah, I feel good," which is cool because I want more for Willow because she looks dope. She's dope. I love her. She's a good wrestler. But we see that, and then after that, oh no, that's the next match. So we'll do that. Would you see with that segment? I mean, it's basically getting us a revolution.
Right.
I don't understand. I still don't understand why Jay White is with Cope, but go ahead.
I was gonna say that I'm not sure why they did that exactly, but they're showing that basically it's now down to Mox and Yuta, right? On this because
no, because Yuta got the concerto. No, oh yeah, right. Because he took Wheeler. You're right. Boom, my bad.
So
he took.
So it's just them two because it's gonna get us to the next point, but it's like I don't want to say this was bad, but again, this feels like it belongs more on a Raw than on the AEW show. Not to disrespect WWE, they've been doing really good, but again, Raw is a longer show. You kind of need a little bit more of the fluff. This felt kind of fluffy. It wasn't bad, but it felt kind of filler-ish. You know what I mean? Like, but it does leave us with some questions. Like, so now it's Mox and Yuta. So we going for a 2-on-2, or is Mox? Is it gonna be Mox versus Cope again? So
they'll probably drag it out. He'll probably take Will Yuta out like on Collision.
Probably.
But
Willow's had her own problems because she's been snake attacked a couple of different times now. So that's also interesting. I don't know.
I hope we get that one. I hope we get that 1-on-1.
Yeah, she's in 2 weeks at once. So
we haven't seen Marina fight, right, in a while.
Not in a while, no.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Unless you count Dark, which was a while ago.
Now we come up to the segment where this is where I had the only problem of the whole joint. Before I get there, Unlimited, they're gonna get Wheeler either Collision or next Dynamite. I agree.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I saw that.
So I gave mad praise to Harley. I think she's funny. I think she looks good. The puppet situation with Monet was hilarious. She's still a little green. You can see it, especially tonight, but she can go. She's cool. It's not bad.
Not a passion.
The problem I have is I don't know why Deanna lost, which kind of tells me like so they're not doing anything with her because she's been losing a couple times. She's got a somewhat of a stable. They're not doing anything, and then Deanna lost. So I don't know what is going on. I don't understand, but this is what I think. And I said it in the last short with Ricky Starks. A lot of y'all appreciate that and say amen. Appreciate y'all, brothers. I think Tony has his people who he fucks with, and then some people he just don't, which is the same like Vince and Triple H and whatever. I don't. Maybe he brought Deanna for whatever reason. Whether maybe he did appreciate it at one point, maybe he does like her. Maybe it was for the pop, and then maybe along the line he just didn't. I don't know, but I don't see why she keeps losing because she was definitely good. She can definitely wrestle, and I could see her being a champ. So I don't understand that, especially losing to Harley, who's somewhat a rookie in green. But again, I know Deanna, I believe, is a heel. So we kind of really don't tend to care about heels losing, but it's the fact that Deanna's losing all the time. What do you think?
So, I want to put this in two parts. Harley is a little green, like you said, but I do like Harley. I think she, in any other situation, I could see her getting a push. But I don't think it's the proper time for that right now with AEW. As far as Deanna goes, they are dropping the ball. There's no other way to put it. There's simply no other way. This is the virtuoso we're talking about. We're talking about charisma. We're talking about which was
supposed to be a big signing.
It is, which like, I mean, they're not treated like a big signing as of now, but yeah, that is a big signing. Like, we talk about this roster having problems. It's not even the roster with the women's roster; it's the booking. But when you have a better roster, that makes supposed to make the booking easier. And here you got the virtuoso on it, and you're booking her to lose repeatedly. Like
I can see her going back to TNA.
I get what you're saying with the heel thing, but heel or if she's a heel, she should be booked like Ric Flair. If she's a babyface, she be booked like Hulk Hogan. Like there's no way. Like this is what I'm talking about that level of star. I'm not glazing. Like she's up there with the female stars of today's age. Especially we're talking about in the ring and charisma. On the mic, you could argue if you like that or not. I don't mind her too much, but I've seen the hate. I'm not here to argue that right now.
And I'm also wondering, is it somewhat of a punishment because there was things backstage that she did voice her opinion that she was mad about the way she was being booked.
Well, I mean,
and nothing's changed.
I mean, we always try to take the backstage and stuff into consideration, but if we're talking about what this product needs, you're punishing yourself. You're not punishing her. Like that. Yeah. That's crazy. It's crazy idea to me.
Like I said, I could see her when the contract is up. I could see her going back to TNA because of the partnership with WWE, and with Jordan Grace gone, I believe Deanna would be the perfect matchup for Tessa.
Yeah, her. Oh yeah. Oh, Tessa is back. I keep forgetting about that.
So,
Miss herself.
And match of the day or the main event was OC versus Takeshita, which I've been saying Takeshita, I think, and yet none of y'all corrected me. Takeshita. But dope match. Went back and forth. You already know Takeshita can go. OC, this is my thing with OC, which I understand what some of y'all say. The gimmick, it's who he is, and it's what got him over. At times, especially when I saw him fighting Takeshita, I was like, that really don't really work with Takeshita because Takeshita, like, he can go and he's stiff, pause. But when I said he should turn heel, if he does, I think he should get rid of OC. Yeah. If he does, I think he should get rid of all that shit. Like the gimmicky thing, like obviously change his look, whatever, but like he doesn't have those slow hits, slow kicks no more. Like it's just like real, like action. Like he's going for it. And I think that'd be dope. But like I said, as far as the match, it was dope. It was cool. I expected Takeshita to win because if we can get the Kenny, because Kenny and Takeshita is a bigger draw at Revolution than Kenny.
Yeah, we've already seen OC Kenny. I think right. We always hear that at a pay-per-view. I mean,
I mean, we've seen both of them anyway. Like, but the bigger match would be Kenny and Takeshita.
Right.
Yeah, I'm OC fatigue. Yeah, he got to go away for a little bit. Come back.
So I want to talk about that first. That's what I was gonna say. And when you're saying the gimmick, I wouldn't mind maybe like maybe if you like incorporated like maybe a stiffer wrestling pause or something like that. Maybe but even if he didn't do that, maybe we treat him like late stage Taker. We don't see him too much, so it's more of a novelty.
Yeah.
Or yeah, we're gonna have to switch up the gimmick a little bit or something because if you're gonna be on TV this much, yes, we get your pusher and people like you, and you don't got to change your look to change the wrestling. Like because the look is what's selling. Yes, the gimmick. I'm not saying the gimmick isn't selling, but I mean, kids won't be able to tell. If you still look like that, the kids who you're selling to won't know the fuck. Well, they won't know the difference. Like, I mean, if you go full heel and if you go a little too crazy, maybe they will. But if you still look like that, they'll still buy the merch. And us, the rest of us, grown folk and us wrestling nerds, we get to, enjoy wrestling still, But I mean, otherwise, yeah, maybe take him off TV a little bit because he's basically been around from the jump, and we get him on basically more or less every other. Like if out of the big four, he's doing 2 pay-per-views a year, I think, if not 3.
Yeah.
Again, no knock to him. He's been doing. He been going. He's had some bangers with Kenny Omega, all types of stuff. But if we're talking about bigger match, like you said, it's probably gonna be I'm still gonna say Takeshita, by the way. That's why I never correct you because I say the same thing. I wouldn't mind that match. I mean, not wouldn't mind. That'd be a better match.
Yeah.
But yeah. As far as the OC problem, we gotta find a way to get in where we fit in. It doesn't need to be on TV as much. Maybe bring it around a little bit less. I'm sure that guy probably needs to rest too. I mean,
I think it was cool in the beginning because it was a new company. You were introducing
for sure.
new
Yeah, when it was like when we had the comedic wrestling and it was special and we needed it. Yeah, for sure. Now, he was like one of the 4 bearers of the company. Yeah, for sure. We are no longer there. That's what I'm saying. Maybe give him a little. Now
we got different people. Like
break.
we got Takeshita, we got Kenny Omega, we got Kyle Fletcher, we got Will Ospreay. Like that gimmick really doesn't work with wrestlers that can go like that.
Now in the current climate, for sure.
Yeah. All right, so that was that. Unlimited. I just want him to be heel. Go ahead.
Finish with Unlimited.
I just want him to be heel. Him as a babyface tiring. Yeah, like after you go for so long, something it's time to switch it up. What's my question?
I mean, I'm not sure the heel will work. I would like the chance, but I'd rather him actually just go off TV in general. My question for you is: after seeing this episode and seeing how they set up Collision, there's a lot of setups for Collision. Do you think Collision is going to be good? We've had our complaints with Collision. What you thinking is going to look like based on what we've gotten today?
I think
Collision had a lot of complaints about Collision.
I think Collision has actually been getting better.
Right.
Will it be 5 stars? I don't know. We'll definitely be checking it out to see. But it definitely isn't what it was when Punk left, and it was just like, why is this on TV? Like, I think they're righting the wrongs of what's been happening. Like, Cole Garcia is going to be a good match, whether it's main event or not. It'll be a good match. Like, they got some stuff that's going to happen on that show. So I believe Collision is watchable now, when before it was just like, get rid of it. Because at one point they were like, get rid of Rampage and Collision. But I think Collision is doing what it's supposed to be doing right now. So even like Tonight Show.
We need a brand split.
Well, I said that last week. I don't know if you watched the episode. I did, brother.
That's what I'm saying.
I believe the brand split, it got to happen. It got to happen. It's the only thing I think that could really like fix where it's at. Because there's so many belts. There's so many belts. Like, you've got to separate them. And then you can worry about you can focus on this storyline and you can focus on these storylines. And then even if you want to intertwine, which I guess we'll talk about later, Ring of Honor, you can have people show up either on Collision or show up on Dynamite. And that way you can like kind of go back and forth. And then maybe if they start like, getting people excited about people in Ring of Honor, then maybe that can sprout the TV deal or even your Friday night. Because I think they do need to go back to Friday. What they're going to do, I don't know. But I think they do need to go back.
Sure. The Saturday is not working. I don't like it.
I forget sometimes.
Speaking of which, we might have to talk about Saturday main event that WWE does, because I didn't know people actually watch that. But
I don't watch it.
excuse me, damn. I mean, yeah, I said people. I didn't say you.
Yeah, bless up. They only
Bless,
did it to compete with Collision.
probably. So the thing is, right? I feel like they set up things correctly. It's the execution we gotta fix. But
Well, we've always said that. Bless.
so,
We've always said that.
but so
Yo, you remember that you're sneezing is reminding. Remember that one time when I forgot when it
you was
was.
OD season. Yeah,
That's
we
all.
couldn't get the show.
Every time I
Yeah,
recorded, that was it. That's crazy. But yeah,
but yeah. So this collision has a pretty good setup. That's why I asked you that because I feel like the setup isn't always right. Like in general with the AEW, that is the problem. It's like, oh, good setup, not executing right, blah blah blah. Collision actually has been bad setup, bad execution. So with this good setup, hopefully we get a good execution. You are right. Since Punk left has been a thing. The brand split. I was against it at first, but now that I think about it, what Collision really needs is a constant draw, which a brand split would give it. So I can no longer argue against that, which I've
you
been
know
holding
why?
on for so long because I've had a problem with the brand split with WWE because I feel like a free flowing of the talent the way it was when I was a kid was better. But I could say specifically right now the way it looks, I think if they do it correctly, obviously they'd have to execute that right correctly as well. But I can see how it could work, so I can see
Yeah, I
that
think
point.
yeah. Limited said just what you said. It depends on how they do it. It's crucial. Now,
Yeah,
as you were talking, I thought about it. You know why they may not be doing the brand split?
not no.
Because they probably don't want to look like WWE. Because if you do a brand split, you get that comparison, and then how do you get people on different sides at different times? You're gonna have to do it like a draft or something, which again, you look like WWE. So maybe that's why they're trying to avoid that.
Makes sense. Yeah, I mean the only thing that has anything close to that is New Japan Strong. You could argue it's kind of brand splitty, but that's not even brand split. They're like damn near different entities. When you on New Japan Strong, you really not even seeing the main New Japan show unless you really like that. And you traveling back and forth like Kenny Omega was at one point, and a couple other people. But
Yeah,
as far as again, I'm not against it anymore. But if we're gonna do it exact, yeah. See, if we're gonna do a draft and stuff, then yeah. Now I go back to what I was saying before. I'm not against doing good ideas if both companies are doing good ideas, but I've had my problems with the draft as far as a entertainment product and putting it on TV, and maybe there being a better way to just this person's on this person's on that, or maybe what we could do is you could say certain belts on certain shows, and people can decide which belts they're going for, and you like maybe put in the rule, or you can't switch between chasing these two belts or those two belts at any given time or something. There's got to be another way to go around it. You don't have to do it like
yeah.
uh,
I'm sure.
I
I'm
mean,
sure they.
the idea I just thought of that was on top of my head. See, hey, y'all need some help.
That's
I
what I'm
wouldn't
saying. Like
mind.
I'm.
I'm Haitian. I don't mind 4 jobs. Y'all hire me. I'll do some writing. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Um,
Please hire him so he can be here more often. Because talking to myself sometimes. Whew. But I think if they really think about it, they can make it different. Because
for
like
sure, that's what
even
I'm
like
saying.
with their cash in that contract thing, it's different, but it's pretty more or less the same thing.
Right, right.
So I think if they think about it, they can do that. Question for you and everybody that just showed up now. We already recapped, so y'all can throw questions if you watch the show. Throw a question about it or about Revolution, or even if you want to throw some WWE stuff in there, whatever. But my question to you, since you weren't here last week, and I'm not trying to be funny every time, but just trying to say, the question was, what did you think? Because this is supposed to be your ish. What did you think about Gabe Kidd?
What do you mean?
Like
What
him
exactly?
showing up in a match, him basically squashing the Butcher.
Okay, so I was gonna say so
Because you
a
know more
squash match.
about Gabe Kidd than I do.
Yeah, so a squash match is probably appropriate. I'm not sure if Butcher is who I would have used.
I said last week, like I get why, because Butcher's a beast. So you want to
Right.
make Gabe look powerful,
He got to
but
kill. He
Butcher,
got to come in. But Butcher is kind of like not like he's like upper mid card is almost a comp. Not no, it's actually I'm gonna stand on. It's a compliment.
Who would you have used?
That's a good question. This roster has I really couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I'd have to look
Because
at
you can't
it.
pick the wrong you can't pick the wrong one because you bury him. Because someone you should have used was like a Brian Cage or like a Powerhouse Hobbs, but then
Hobbs,
but you buried
that would have
been
nice, but you
but then
buried him already.
you buried him. A Big Bill, but then you bury Big Bill.
It depends how long you knew this was coming. If you knew this was coming like a long way out, then you probably could have rebuilt one of those guys, probably against each other. Even though one of them was buried, you have one face the other, and you have them beat somebody else. They look good. It probably look bad if you go in and you have them lose again. But if it's a decent loss and it's not a squash, it didn't have to be a squash. I do enjoy a good squash. I did a video on that before, but squashes aren't necessary to show dominance. You can show I'm the better dude without a squash, and the other dude be like, damn, that guy had a good showing still. We see he's still in the come up. I did think it was a good way for him to come in with a squash. Again, I'm just not sure if it should have been Butcher. Build up's been pretty good with this place. So as far as the first thing introduction go, I did like it. Let's see where they go from there. But hopefully, because I have a feeling. I don't know why. When I saw it, I'm happy you actually asked me this. I have a feeling we are complaining about Ring of Honor. They haven't forgot about Ring of Honor. There's no reason for them to not bring people over in the guise of AEW and just throw them on Ring of Honor a couple of times. And he's kind of the kind of guy that I wouldn't be surprised they did that with. Is enough of a draw and a different type of audience to what I mean. I'm saying different kind of audience. I'm not sure what the heck who's watching Ring of Honor right now. But if we're talking about the traditional Ring of Honor audience, he's definitely different. He's definitely different from what that would have been. I'm assuming the people who are watching Ring of Honor now are some of those traditionalists who were watching it before trying to go back and chase it. I couldn't tell you for sure. But so that would be a nice change of pace for them as far as that goes. But as far as us AEW, watchers, because not fans, again, you're gonna have to have a good next follow-up match because the squash itself wasn't questionable, but choosing Butcher, what do you go now? I mean, you can't go from Butcher to Blade, so definitely not that way. I don't know.
So I believe he's in the contract, so it's not possible now. But could you see Gabe signing with AEW, or think he would stay in New Japan? Because you know more, like I said, you know more of this. Supposedly there's supposed to be, I don't know if it's a work or shoot, but supposedly he's been talking mad shit about like AEW. I don't know if it's real or not, but if it is real,
you know me, I always think it's a work. But I don't think he's gonna leave New Japan, but I don't think he needs to leave New Japan to work with AEW. We've seen that. We've seen that work before. Yeah. I do think he's. I hope the relationship continues, and because Forbidden Door is still a pay-per-view on this roster, right? So I think he stays in New Japan, and maybe he's like the headliner for Forbidden Door. Because we talked about with not the past Forbidden Door, New Japan.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
New Japan needs like a bigger win, at least in my opinion, if we're gonna even the stakes. And if he's like the headliner and wins, and we've seen him on AEW a little bit, and he's a New Japan guy, that could really work.
I think that's where we're going. I'm glad you said. I think that's where we're going.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to. Forbidden Door is still around. They're trying to make sure you don't forget about it, in my opinion.
So Unlimited says, I think it says in New Japan. Cool, I agree with that. Mm-hmm. But as you were speaking, I believe that's where we go. I mean, it's Revolution's prediction. We'll talk about that. I think Kenny beats Takeshita, and that would eventually that would set up Gabe Kidd, Kenny Omega for that belt at Forbidden Door.
Yeah, I like it.
That's what I believe. But we'll rebook this at a later time. But before we end up going, we'll give it. I do like we give it about like 10 quick minutes. Throwing some questions in. If the questions slow up, me and Kenny gonna be out. Because again, I haven't eaten yet because I was waiting. I was waiting to give y'all the recap. But drop the questions in real quick. I appreciate y'all for showing up. And then, we'll be out. And drop some comments. If you want to see Kenny do a specific video or us do a specific video, let us know. Y'all said y'all wanted to go live more, so that's what we're doing for y'all. Appreciate y'all showing up. Appreciate the likes, the comments, all that good stuff, the super chats, get the merch. I mean, I got the tea, I got the new HBK, you know what I mean? All that good stuff. Discord's free. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, we prefer the comments on the videos, but we won't mind if you come in the Discord and you feel a little shy. Check out our other channels since we waiting. Y'all, no one's commented. I know, y'all mostly wrestling fans. Well, I don't know from which rocks of life y'all came into wrestling. The wrestling fans. I'm learning more and more. Is we a broad group because I
Mhm.
dropped one of our videos in a Discord that's traditionally for soccer, and I had a couple of boys. Oh, I had some comments or whatever. WrestleMania right around the corner. Again, even though we talk about AEW, we gotta look on the WWE side, of course. Oh, well, I think they're unifying the Intercontinental in town, so Kenny wins and face Okada. I wouldn't mind that because did you read the comment chance or do you want to
Yeah, yeah.
read it out for people? Yeah, go ahead read it because
I think that they're unifying the IN and Continental title. So Kenny wins and he faces Okada. If not, then he'll just hold both titles for his push.
I don't know. I don't like the whole boat. Well, I don't hate the whole
I
boat.
like I like, I like how you read it. I like how you read it and then told me to read it.
Because you read it out loud to the people. Anyway, I want the unifying of it because I've started to say this about this show. If we're not gonna have the brand split, this show has too many belts. It's too
Yeah.
many belts across all divisions. If we're gonna, then what way to get rid of a belt? Unifying. I don't, or have a belt collector hold multiple belts and then distribute them later on. But I wouldn't mind that. But it's just like I'm not sure that that's what they're doing. But it is a good idea to me. I hope that's what they're doing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if we're not gonna do the brand split, yeah, we definitely need to unify some belts. You think since they're with Max mostly, you think they would rebrand the TBS and TNT name?
Wouldn't shock me. I hope they wouldn't just make it
Because
another
you could do
TV
that
thing.
too. You could do that too. You could take the Continental and put that with the TNT title, unify that.
That would make sense. I
Because
did not think of
then
that.
you have the IN, and then you'll have the Continental, and then you got rid of the TNT Championship. Then you get rid of the TBS Championship, and you merge that with something.
I like it.
I don't like
I didn't think of
TV
that.
titles. In my opinion, they don't seem valuable. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the name was crazy, but I think it's just because AEW first started. They were trying to make like TNT and TBS happy. So, but yeah,
Well,
I don't
that
know.
actually made me think of a video. I'd have to do some research before I could confirm that could be a video. But he said TV titles in general. So the idea of a TV title is like it's not because it's not quite an IC up and comer, but it's like the idea is people like you. People want to see you on TV. You are exciting, if not outright, like big dog. Like if you go back to like TNT probably hasn't been that because it's kind of been kind of an icy kind of title ish. But if you
Yeah,
go back to WCW back in the day, if you go back to what's the any of those old school mountain wrestling, any of those, a TV title was kind of a big deal, because those guys were taping TV even though they were doing storylines across the territory. So TV titles were big deals. So I might want to do some research on the history of the TV title before I can say that could be a video. But I don't want. I'm not disagreeing outright with you, Unlimited. But I
yeah,
just hating on it. I don't know. I think it's been an AEW booking problem, not because of TV title. I just again they have too many belts. So it
yeah.
doesn't matter what you would have named any of them. If you got too many, the booking on them is going to be bad.
All right, so I'm looking at it now. They have the World Championship, which is John Moxley, the TNT, which is Daniel Garcia, International, which is Takeshita, and the Continental, which is Okada. You can get rid of the TNT and either merge it with the Continental or the International. International, I
Yeah,
guess maybe you should.
international and intercontinental is kind of crazy.
I think you should leave the International because I think that's supposed to be their. They take that belt anywhere, which is a good look. And I think you can merge the TNT with the Continental because the Continental could be like the IC. So you have your world belt, your intercontinental belt, and then your European belt.
That'd be
So
better.
they can get rid of the TNT championship. And the trios belt, I think they just need to do more because I've always liked the trios concept, especially because there's a lot of Freebird people. But They just gotta figure out how to do that.
I'm so I don't want there to be like an official like trios division where like they're not like competing in like singles and stuff.
You
The
don't think
way
so with all the people there?
no, what I'm saying when I say that, I'm not okay. There should be a trios like division, like records and stuff, but not in the way that like if you in the trios division, you probably not. If you're gonna be doing because it's gonna be a tough balance to have people doing trios and still having singles careers. And I don't want to take for a lot of the
But that,
people in the trio setups. I don't. I'd rather them be stick to singles wrestling. Not to say that there's bad for their trios, but like Death Triangle, for example, Death Triangle is obviously not around. But if that would have been like a trio, and it would have meant we never see them in any singles matches, I don't think I like that trade off. Now, if you're gonna tell me they're gonna be doing both, this show is already having problems booking. So how are they gonna go about doing both? So I think it's gonna be a hard balance. I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm just saying we're gonna have to find the right way to do it.
but I also like it though, because what if you have Mox, Wheeler, and Claudio, right?
Right?
Let's just say the trios, right? And people are tired of Moxley being a heavyweight champion. That way, Mox is doing trios now. There's no way he could be in the title picture for now until he stops going after the trios belt.
That's a different way to look at it. That's fair. I
I
mean,
see the
that like
international is like the US since it could be any country. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I mean, it's a way to separate. I mean, I see your point too, obviously, but it's just a way to be all right, cool. Like you've been getting too many title shots. Like you've been in this title picture too long. We got to get rid of you. You don't want to be a tag team. That's cool. So let's put you in this trios. Get you out of here.
no, I can see it. I hadn't thought about it like that. I was thinking more so of it taking away from people's singles careers. Like, I mean, this is AEW, but in a like a Montez Ford situation, if he was able to go for both, we wouldn't be complaining about him being in a tag team too much. If he was like but we know that there's
Yeah.
no way that you're gonna be in both pictures because they don't allow that. Now, if AEW is saying no, trios and singles runs are fine, depending on who you are, all wrestlers not created equal. But if you're still gonna be able to go for it, then I concede my point. But that was my main point. If we're gonna have like a Montez Ford situation where he's no offense, I'm not a hater like Chance. If you're gonna be suffering your solo career to continue your tag team career, or in this case a trios career, let's not, because especially if we're introducing it, let's not hold certain people back. I can't think of anybody on top of my head who that will hold back. But again, I do like the trios concept, but we're gonna have to fine line. We're gonna have to balance it.
Right before we leave, let me see. Did you see my short with the Street Profits?
Me? No, I ain't see
Yeah.
it.
This supposed to be my man's. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? On the channel. He ain't
See,
even catch it. You know what I mean? But
see,
anywho,
before
hey,
time out, time out. I watch videos. I'll be on point with the videos. The shorts, those we would never gonna know if I'm gonna watch those or not because those pop up randomly on my feed. So go ahead.
now you know I don't really rock with Dawkins, like just the character,
I'm
right?
very aware.
You know, and you agree that Montez Ford should be solo and singles. He just
I mean,
screams like champion. Like
push him to the moon. Yeah,
the
yeah,
look
yeah.
is there, super
The look,
athletic.
the frost
From
splash. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
from what he's doing now, he looked like he could do some good heel work. Son, like I said on the short, this Street Profits heel thing right now. You know what I'm saying? With the New Jack City vibes, G Money,
I did,
Nino Brown.
I did say that. I said when they turn heel, I'm like, give them a chance. It's a little different. They ain't never
I'm,
done this before.
and then add Bianca there. But
Yes,
we've been talking
yeah,
about making Bianca and them heel,
yeah, for
bro.
sure.
But I'm feeling that. All right, cool. Merge the TBS with the world title or introduce another women's world title or something. I don't know. Yeah, TBS got to go too, but we can't be adding mad titles over there
Do,
either.
do not give it the women.
They don't have a women's tag team, right?
They did the little tournament, right?
And
And
then
it's
it's
I
disappeared, right?
guess they were like gauging interest, and I guess the interest wasn't enough. I mean, but at the same time, the tag teams was terrible. They had what's that girl name that was on WWE not too long ago? Let me never mind. Let me not be out here insulting people. The tag teams were some of them were random. The ones that weren't random didn't
But see,
dominate. It wasn't that
that
good, but
that could help the people that ain't being featured, like Deanna and what's her name? Johnny.
yeah, I mean, Deanna's being featured. She's just losing. But I get your point.
But that could get the people that aren't getting love that we think. All right, well, at least they're tag team champions. They're good, and there's mad women that could do something. No women's tag team is going to be like WWE. Well, WWE is dropping the ball with the women tag team too. The
I
only thing
think
that's
that's
popping.
I think that's what they're saying. They're like,
Hey, I'm
if
not
we're
gonna lie.
gonna
We got to do another video. Like not today, obviously, but the new main WWE channel seems to be NXT. It don't look like it's Raw or SmackDown. It look like NXT is. My boy Sean is. He over there killing it.
he cooking, I ain't gonna lie.
He hella cooking. He Gordon Ramsay in it over there. Like no competition. TNA is maybe like the only company that books them well, which is crazy because AEW has great women in their division. It just isn't booked correctly. But all right, give me like 2 more questions, and then me and Kenzo gonna be out because my shit is on like 20%, and I gotta go eat. I don't know what Kenzo gotta do, but I know I got shit to do. So throw 2 more questions out there. We appreciate y'all. But like Kenny said before, and then he got sidetracked. We do got other podcast channels. We have Geeked Out, which is basically like Marvel, DC. We review movies, TV shows, all that good stuff. Which we will be doing Daredevil pretty soon. And then we have the Be Yourself podcast, which is where we interview all people like that are entrepreneurs and all that good stuff. Give you some keys. We talk about sports and all that good stuff, music. So y'all might want to go check that out too. So there's Be Yourself podcast, and then there's Geeked Out podcast. And then I have a gaming channel too if you ever want to see me play Call of Duty, but it is what it is. It's called Chance Holiday. But Unlimited, you seem the only one asking questions. Everybody seems shy. Give us one more question and then we out. Or you can just give it to Kenny since I don't think you've interacted with him before. So pause. You can throw him a question, whatever. And then we out. I'm going to eat my Chinese food. That guy's waiting. I got us waiting for questions like it's my free cams.
I'm good.
Appreciate everyone that showed up though. No, definitely. And if you're catching this late, appreciate y'all for catching it late. I don't know if you're typing unlimited, but I'm gonna give you like 30 more seconds, and then we out. Because now I'm just looking at Kenny, and that's wild.
Yeah, we don't need that.
All right, I appreciate everybody that showed up. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Oh, there he goes. Out of these, who you think will actually help AEW with bookings? Shane, Scott D'Amore, or Jerry Lynn, or Bully Ray? Bully Ray is no disrespect, but he eating WWE hard right now, and he's on Let's Fucking Go. He ain't going nowhere.
He also can't book. He was one of the bookers of TNA when they were in the crapper. Jerry Lynn, same shit. Shane could help, but I don't know how.
That's done.
Oh my god.
That's done.
Scott D'Amore wouldn't be bad. Scott D'Amore. Yeah, again, yeah. Whoever said Bully Ray's crazy, he was a terrible.
The only problem with Scott D'Amore is I think the same thing with Shane. Tony ain't letting a lot of that power go. So
I think you saw. He's already told himself that when it happened, it didn't work. Which we could argue if it worked or not, or what the problem exactly was. But yeah, I don't think he's letting any more cooks in the kitchen again. If he does, it's gonna be like 1 or 2, and I think it's gonna be at a point where he actually is putting himself out and putting someone in his place. Like as long as he's one of the people in the room, I don't think we're gonna add too many other people, if any other people at all. I think he was gonna need to leave the room for us to do that, which is always possible. He is a rich man with multiple businesses and other stuff to inherit too. His dad might just say, "Hey, you got to take over this other business. You can't just be taking care of the 2 things out of all these things we got money in." You never know. So just to put that out there.
I'm pretty sure there's good bookers, but you just got to branch out because everyone is just so used to WWE and trying to build a relationship with them that they're
Well,
pretty much.
You say that, but the people who do WWE's work aren't necessarily traditionally bookers. They're over there hiring comedy writers and soap opera writers because they think that's a good idea. And we could argue about that's merit and its problems that it's led to
There
compared
you
to
go.
our Vince Russo's and stuff.
Yeah.
But at the
You want
same
to
time,
get some good writers besides me and Kenny, then hire the people that do the boys.
that'd be crazy.
And then you'd be good to go.
I would love to see them boys on a storyboard.
Because Mox would definitely love them.
Unlimited said all the good bookers are HBK and Paul Heyman are in WWE. I mean, people thought Vince Russo was a good booker when he was in WWE, then he left, and we saw that wasn't true. So there's someone out there who just hasn't had the shot yet, but like me and Chance. But even ignoring us, like Tony got to get his hand out of the pot. There's no other way to look at it. He could find the best booker in the world right now. He's gonna be overriding stuff because we had decent stuff possible with WWE, but Vince was tearing that shit up as soon as he came into meetings every week, right before Raw and right before SmackDown. We've seen since he left, since we've had consistent and coherent storytelling. It's not even about whether people had good ideas. You think Triple H never gave Vince a good idea and whatnot before? You think we didn't have good stuff before? No, it's just that because of the way stuff operated, sometimes stuff was torn up right before it happened. So I think
what's Tony's soccer team?
Fulham.
So Fulham and the Jacksonville Jaguars would have to be doing crazy work for Tony to be like, yo, I just can't right now. I got to step away. And that's not happening anytime soon.
Basically, yeah. I was about to say, I mean, the Jags have to, I don't even know what would happen. Because they have to be like doing crazy good or crazy bad to where he'd have to be like focused on them, both teams at the same time. That's the only way I can see it. And I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Yeah. All right. We're going to wrap it up. Unlimited, of course, see the All-Stars always. You know what I mean? Appreciate you being here, asking all the questions. Leon, I'm pretty sure you're going. Probably sleep. But appreciate you for showing up. Donations, super chats. Appreciate all that. People that showed up that was just shy to ask questions. Appreciate y'all. Like always, make sure you like, share, subscribe, get the merch, get the Discord, do all the good stuff. Be yourself, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Too sweet.
That's like your new thing now? Too sweet?